the woman reached for the CEO's belt. Because the CEO was half paralyzed from an injury, she wanted to take the chance to touch him. Seeing his 8-pack abs, she couldn't help but drool a little. Just as she pulled off his belt, ready to help him bathe, the CEO stopped her, saying they weren't close enough. Turns out, just yesterday at the wedding, the woman was about to marry her ex-boyfriend, but during the vows, he actually called her by another woman's name. Right after that, the big screen played footage of him cheating. He panicked and tried to explain, but the woman pushed him away. Even though he claimed it was a misunderstanding, she firmly stated their marriage was just a family arrangement. She didn't have to marry him. She grabbed the ring, dropped to one knee, and proposed to the CEO instead. Hearing her promise, the CEO's mind flashed back to when she saved him from a fire. Ever since that moment years ago, he had fallen in love with her, but never confessed, because of his injuries and disfigurement. Now she was proposing to him, promising to take care of him for the rest of her life. He wasn't about to let the chance slip away, so he nodded and agreed. The ring slid onto his finger, and they walked away together under everyone's shocked stares, leaving the ex-boyfriend shouting like a clown. Soon their marriage certificate was issued. After exchanging contact info, the woman went home, but waiting for her was her furious stepmother, who scolded her for shaming the family with a public runaway marriage. She didn't care, and headed straight to her room. Then her phone rang. It was the CEO's gentle voice, reminding her they were now married, and should live together. She agreed to move in after work the next day, but when she arrived at the office, she found that the wedding incident had already spread. Her co-workers assumed she had been dumped, and mocked her to her face, but the woman ignored them, and returned to her desk. One co-worker refused to let it go, using the woman's failed wedding to show off her own life. She stopped the woman after work, boasted about her rich husband who drove a BMW, and claimed he picked her up every day. But right then, everyone saw the CEO's luxury car pull up, with a handsome driver at the wheel. The woman smiled and got in. The co-worker's face turned green with envy. Back at home, the woman happily cooked a meal for the CEO. He felt warmth he hadn't known in years. After dinner, she softly brought up the topic of bathing, and offered to help him. When the CEO took off his shirt, she saw his impressive physique. Her heart started to race. She carefully reached for his belt, but before she could go further, he grabbed her wrist, and said he could handle it himself. Later that night, the woman received a text from her ex, and realized why he had tried so hard to marry her. She returned home to pack her things, but her younger sister suddenly picked a fight. When their father came home, the sister quickly sat on the floor and pretended to be bullied. Their father didn't ask questions, and immediately scolded the woman. The sister accused her further, and the father slapped her in anger. The woman left in tears. Heartbroken, she went to a bar, but was targeted by a thug. As he got more aggressive, she called the CEO for help. What she didn't know was that the thug had spiked her drink with drugs. Just as he tried to drag her into his car, the CEO appeared in time.